Welcome back, everybody! Kuya! Boy, do we have some good news to start this episode
yes,
with.
we do.
We have finally managed to recruit the alpha guest for this goddamn podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, sometime next week, Bigfoot episode will be dropping.
Oh yeah, the one that has been fucking anticipated for ages. Eons, if I may.
Yes.
I cannot contain my excitement.
We finally managed to capture the cryptid himself.
The cryptid himself. Bigfoot. And we have... I mean, we actually haven't, but we may be able to confirm on podcast if Bigfoot is male or female. We might be able to.
By the way, Bigfoot at work today was like, he's like, you can say my first name on the podcast. And I was like, maybe? I was like, definitely not going to happen until you're on an episode.
Oh yeah, no, I don't want to say it until he's on, because I would feel like, I don't know, it's just one of those privacy things.
Where it's like at this point, it's funny that we don't say your name.
Yeah, it's
like the person we've talked about the most, but we have never said his name.
Never said his name. Oh fuck! I can't wait. Like, I am so fucking excited for this.
Yeah.
This is going to be incredible. The stories to tell.
Yeah.
I'm fucking hyped.
Trying to think of what day next week we should do. Since you get out at the same time every day, I should probably ask him what day works for him.
There are some days that technically I might, like, I just won't be able to tell what days I'll be able to get out sooner.
Alright, that's fine. We'll talk it out tomorrow at work. I will be like, sir, this is our schedule. Please pick a day.
Please pick a day.
And then Bigfoot will be like, yeah, sure. And then he'll pick a day.
And then we'll have the fucking best podcast we have ever had.
Get out of the fucking way, Carter. Get out of here,
Yeah,
Sean.
Sean,
None
Carter.
of you matter anymore.
No more do you matter at all. We don't give a shit. We don't care one bit anymore.
Pale in comparison to Bigfoot and Gee.
the Bigfoot man himself. The Sigma male.
The legend. Who also had, like, slightly, just a little bit sold us out today to one of our other coworkers.
Yes, just slightly, but it's okay.
He also blamed that one on me, so he managed to turn it around. He's like, you were the one that told them that I knew. And I was like, well, yeah, because I trusted you.
I trusted you, Bigfoot, and look what you did. Man, every time we say Bigfoot, I keep thinking of that fucking, the movie of, like, the Bigfoot. Or the Yeti or whatever that came out.
I keep thinking about the copious amounts of Bigfoot erotica you can purchase off of Amazon.com.
See, I did not think about that.
They're just a bunch of Bigfoot fuck novels written by, like, lonely 40-year-old white women.
Bigfoot fucked me in the woods besides a young high school campfire party.
Let me just bring up some Bigfoot erotica on Amazon for us right now.
Oh, yes. Yes, please, Bigfoot Daddy. I am so fucking ready for this. Bigfoot has to be, like, DILF of the century.
Alright, let me just... If I go to Bigfoot without specifying that I want erotic, and I go to books...
There's probably going to be Finding Bigfoot stuff first.
Just a girl who loves Bigfoot. Oh, no, that's an art book, though.
Oh, okay.
Alright, yeah, let me type in specifically that I want horny Bigfoot books.
Horny Bigfoot. Bonk. Fucking... This is great. We need a big fucking, like, screen that you can...
Seduced by Bigfoot and ravaged by the Yeti. The Secret Adventures... Wait, where's the rest of the title? The Secret Adventures of a Fertile Housewife.
The Secret Adventures of a Fertile Housewife. Oh my god.
Bent over by Bigfoot. Bigfoot and the Bridesmaid.
Dude.
Satisfying Sasquatch.
Holy shit.
Satisfying Bigfoot's nightly desires.
Oh my god.
Banging Bigfoot.
If that's not on the fucking nose, I don't know what is. Oh god.
Chuck's Bigfoot Tinglers.
Chuck's Bigfoot Tinglers. Whoa. Whoa. We are off to a great start today. Fucking
Alone with Bigfoot, cryptid romance.
cryptid romance.
Monstrous penetrations.
Is there like, is that one not Bigfoot exclusive? Is there also like Mothman and the fucking Chupacabra?
I think it is not Bigfoot exclusive. It's a 4-book bundle.
Oh my god. 4 whole books. Oh god.
Trapped and spread in Bigfoot's cabin.
Oh my god. Oh my god. How lonely. Like, how...
Big love. These are good.
Do these, like, how many bad dragons do you think these people own? Like, is there anything that satisfies them anymore?
I don't know. All I know is that this one's called Bigfoot Loves Sex.
Bigfoot loves sex. That's like...
Yeah. Did they make a... Is there a Squatch section on Bad Dragon's website? They gotta get into the Squatch dildo market.
They do have to get into the Squatch dildo market, but I know that there's also like smaller companies than them that make like similar products that, you know, they probably... I wouldn't put it past fucking anybody to not already have like tapped into that market somewhere. Maybe somewhere not anywhere in the region of this country that we're in, though. It would have to be something like westward. Definitely something like fucking way up though. Like these people did not have internet access until like a year ago, and now that they have it, they're sharing all of like Grandpappy's stories about getting fucked in the woods by Sasquatch.
I was like, why is there so much Bigfoot erotica on fucking Amazon? And then I was like, oh, because pretty much anyone can publish a book on Amazon.
Oh yeah.
It takes literally nothing. You just have to like submit it, and then they do it for you.
Did you know that it's actually like really, really easy to make a book a New York Times bestseller?
Yeah.
Because you can just buy out a bunch of copies yourself and then like resell them somewhere else, and then once you hit that tick mark, it's like, yep, you get your cool little stamp that every other fucking book in the world has.
I just found one called Let It Happen.
That's not okay. That's not okay. That is very, very rapey.
Yeah.
Like, that is not just like primal, you know, getting butt fucked by the Sasquatch. That is like, that's calculated.
Whipped by the Sasquatch.
The Sasquatch is not using fucking sexual apparatus.
Butt banged by Bigfoot.
Butt banged by Bigfoot. Put that on a fucking bumper sticker.
Alright, that's gotta be a gay one.
That's gotta be. It's gotta be. There's no way. There's no way that is heterosexual.
This one's not about Bigfoot, but it is called Bisexual Buckaroos, 7 bi group encounters in the Tingleverse. This one's also by Chuck Tingle.
The Tingleverse, like fucking...
He's got his own erotic universe.
The elf dude from the Zelda games, Tingle? Like the motherfucker that sells you maps?
Dude, Bisexual Buckaroos 2.
Electric Boogaloo?
I wish.
Fuck.
What is 7 scary stories to tingle your butt? Dude, we started with Bigfoot erotica and we're finishing off with Chuck Tingle.
Chuck Tingle. Oh my god. I want to see more of Chuck Tingle's work. I'm very curious. I mean, I guess not as curious as the people getting butt fucked in the woods, but...
Chuck Tingle, let's see.
Chuck Tingle. Tingle my fucking tingle. I had something to go in there, and then I fucked it up.
20,000 pounds into my butt. That's another one by our man Chuck Tingle.
Are you on Amazon and not, like, Wattpad?
I'm on Amazon. I'm checking out. I clicked on Chuck Tingle's account to see what he have. I have no butt and I must pound.
That's fucked up. That is...
Handsome sentient food.
What? Handsome sentient food.
Space Raptor Butt Trilogy.
Trilogy?
Not pounded by anything.
God, these are fucking perfect.
The picture of Dory and Gay. Helicopter Man pounds dinosaur billionaire ass.
Dinosaur billionaire ass.
Dr. Chuck Tingle's Complete Guide to Romance.
How much is that? How much is that? I kind of want, like, do they make it in hardcover? Doctor's orders. I want to hear what the prescription is.
I already bought it.
You bought it?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah! Let me see this thing. Let me see this magic Dr. Chuck thing. Dude, there's a fucking buff man and a T-Rex.
Yeah.
Yo! Let's read off this. Dude, I don't want to buy a used copy. I
know you don't want.
These fucking pages are gonna be so stuck together. Oh my god, they make adult coloring books.
If we get even one like on this episode, I'll upload an audio book of me reading Dr. Chuck Tingle's Complete Guide to Romance.
When it comes to dating, romance, and all things sensual, few figures are quite as revered as Dr. Chuck Tingle. Erotica author, cultural icon, and now self-help guru. As the generation's leading voice on the subject of sex, Dr. Tingle has blown the lid off of dating in modern times, revealing his hard-earned tips and tricks for navigating the waters of single life and beyond. With Dr. Chuck Tingle's Complete Guide to Romance, readers now have a glimpse into the mysterious world of Tingle, covering relationship advice for all four dateable creatures: dinosaurs, unicorns, big feet, and living objects. Chuck also provides his wisdom on unconventional relationships, like submissive, domineering, open relationships, ghost relationships, and more. For readers with a culinary or wizardly bent, Chuck includes his signature recipe for spaghetti and chocolate milk, as well as a spell book geared specifically towards romance. Ladies and gentlemen, the doctor is in. Warning, this book includes graphic depictions of gay sexuality. Reader discretion is advised.
This might be one of the wisest purchases I've ever made.
Holy shit, bro. He went to... Okay, Dr. Chuck Tingle is an erotic author and Taekwondo Grand Master from Billings, Montana. I fucking knew it. After receiving his PhD at guess what? Fucking DeVry.
Dude, if Chuck Tingle actually has a fucking PhD.
A PhD at DeVry University in holistic massage. If that doesn't speak fucking sensual grandmaster, I don't know what does. God,
I had
dude.
not heard of this man before today.
But
I respect him.
He is
pretty
definitely
much the
an
most
icon.
out of all humans.
Like self-proclaimed cultural icon. That's fucking fitting. Like, I don't. God, I don't even.
Another banger. Bisexual Mothman Mailman makes a special delivery in our butts.
So,
Oh, he's got another Dr. Chuck Tingle's complete guide to the void.
to the void. Fuck, bro. That just went dark.
For battling the void, as well as survival techniques that could save your life should you ever find yourself lost within the void's infinite grasp of existential dread. Most creatures of the void are covered in detail, including void crabs, worms, Ted Cobbler, and the man with no eyes and wieners for hair.
Dude, that better fucking tell me how to get rid of void crabs, because that sounds like a hell of an STD.
Also included within the guidebook is important information on void-related subjects like reverse twins, Truckman, the lake, and the call of the lonesome train.
Truckman?
Truckman.
God damn, dude. This is fantastic. This is like, I would say this is an untapped market, but there's no way that it's untapped. Oh god. Oh god. What is it?
Trans wizard Harriet Porber and the bad boy Parasaurolophilus.
Oh my god.
Trans wizard Harriet Porber is a master spellsmith who's found herself in a bit of a pickle. That's just the first sentence.
You know that she was made trans as like a thing against fucking J.K. Rowling being a TERF.
Yes.
There's no way that there's any other fucking connection to that.
Actually, when was this published?
Well, it's been known that she's been.
Oh, yeah, it's published in 2020, so it's definitely.
Yeah, they
'cause
definitely.
Some
knew.
of his books were pretty old, so I was like,
I mean, he's a cultural icon. He's been going for years.
yes.
He's been tingling for quite some time.
This guy.
God, it's got me tingling over here, bro.
Dude,
I'm gonna come.
Actually, let me go back to the Complete Guide to Romance and read the reviews.
Oh, yes. We need to... I mean, you already bought it, so...
Oh, yes.
But I want to hear this sell.
I believe love is real. If you're familiar with Chuck's books, this is exactly what you'd expect in his Guide to Romance. If you haven't read any Tinglers, I'd start with one of his other books. Or listen to the podcast Pounded in the Butt by my own podcast.
He has a podcast?
The WTNV podcast, Pounded in My Butt by my own podcast.
That's a little bit of a mouthful, but I think that's what Tingle was going for.
True.
Get the mouth tingle going.
Alright, so from what I'm hearing, this is a good, like, this is like all of Tingle's work. This is good, but a few people are saying that this is not the entrance they choose into the Tingleverse.
Do we need something else? Like, is there anything that it says, anybody has said is like a specific, this is how you should get into the Tingleverse? I want to be a part of this fandom now.
Great number. Somebody said in the comments for the Guide to the Void that it's a good entrance into the Tingleverse.
That sounds a little bit like... It sounds a little too dark for me, though. I don't know.
Let me see if I can find more about the Tingleverse.
Yes, we need the proper way to get into the anthology that is the Tingleverse.
All right, the comment.
Pure and shit.
Yeah.
Sorry.
The comment just says read any of his other books.
Oh, just any of them?
Oh.
Are there any of them about like?
I'm kind of intrigued by the Guide to the Void. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey man, it's your money, bro. If you want to have that as like the go into. The truck man. I don't know. That sounds a little intimidating.
All right, I'm buying this one too. Chuck Tingle, I've spent money on you, man.
Chuck Tingle, you are the fucking man. You are the guru that we will listen to from now on. Holy shit! I did not expect for this to have been such a deep conversation.
No, We're like 20 minutes in now, and we've just been talking about fucking Bigfoot and Chuck Tingle.
God, dude,
Dude,
was
Chuck
not
Tingle
expecting
has
that.
some loyal fans.
Yeah, and a lot more than I would expect.
Yeah, all of his books had like 5-star reviews.
Look up Chuck Tingle's net worth.
Let me just look up Chuck Tingle.
Yeah, that's fair. You should probably look up Chuck Tingle first to see if you can get if Chuck Tingle is big enough for that.
Chuck Tingle is a pseudonymous author primarily of gay, niche, erotic short stories.
I don't know if I'd call it niche. That's pretty open and available for most. I mean, who doesn't want to get fucked by Bigfoot?
Oh, he's got a Twitter. World's greatest author, PhD from DeVry, inventor of the Tingler.
Inventor of the... Is the Tingler, like, a device? Or is he just talking about, like, the Tingleverse?
I don't know.
Is it kind of like a growler, but instead of going to a bar and getting refills, you go to, like, a brothel and just get a full jug of cum? Oh, God. From 2-time Hugo Award finalist, the butt of Monte Cristo. Fuck, dude. Is that fucking Jesse Pinkman's girlfriend? Oh my god. Oh, fuck.
Alright, so, like, do you think... What's the split between people like us who are reading for pure entertainment and the people who, like, furiously jerk off to his books?
I want to say a solid, like... I'm gonna go with a solid, like, 95 to 5%. Like, 95% of people dedicated readers. I feel like 90 to 10 is a little, like, is too lenient. Like, I feel like he's got some loyal fucking fans.
Well, I'm saying they could be loyal fans either way. I'm just
they're
what
loyal
percent
fans,
of the loyal fans jerk off.
Yes.
Also, I like that his fan base is called Buckaroos.
Fuckaroo.
There's just a shitty, like, one of those top text, bottom text memes with, like, a big buff shirtless dude that says, "So you're a buckaroo? Name 3 places you'd like to go out for a celebratory chocolate milk, because we don't gatekeep in the Tingleverse, so welcome aboard, bud."
Welcome aboard, bud. We don't... You know, I'm glad that in 2021 there is no gatekeeping of the Tingleverse. I encourage everybody in the audience to join us in this newfound journey that we have brought ourselves to with the Tingleverse.
Dude, he just has a book called Straight.
Straight! That has to be, like... I think that most people in our audience would have to have that be, like, the entry book.
This guy's checking out Straight from a library.
What?
Yes. It's got the little fucking... I can see in the corner. It says
The
blank public library on the fucking spine of the book.
Oh my god. I need to go get a fucking library card so I can go get that shit for free.
Dude, if our public library has fucking any of Chuck Tingle's books, I'll eat my shorts. There's no way.
I don't think there is a way, but blind optimism wants me to think that there is. So I really, really, really like the idea of somebody from around here
just randomly opening one of his books.
Not just that, but like somebody, like the person that buys books for the library was like going to buy something personal, and then like she just like let it be with the rest of the books, and it just got lost into that library somewhere. And
dude,
then we could still get it checked out. It's
like our fucking somebody in town accidentally becomes like a hardcore buckaroo.
Yes.
Like they somehow catch wind that we were talking about Chuck Tingle, and they like hit us up and they're like, "Man, I hope you guys really love those books, because I'm like a hardcore Tingleverse person.
That'd be hilarious if one of your coworkers just kind of went up to you one day and was like, "Fuck you, I love Chuck Tingle. How dare you?"
Listen, I have nothing but the utmost respect for Chuck.
Oh
Tingle.
yeah, from everything we've heard, as long as Chuck Tingle isn't like a certain other, I'll say, author, that has come under fire for recent things, then as long as it's literally just like the fun stuff right now, and there is no controversies that we haven't figured out yet, then fucking 100% respect.
He also seems pretty fucking wholesome on Twitter.
Oh yeah.
Like, I'm just scrolling. This one tweet. Art changes meaning as timelines move around it. Before, Space Raptor Butt Invasion was nominated for a Hugo. It was a simple story of man and raptor finding love in space. After, it was about standing up against hate and turning devil tactics around in protest. That, in itself, is art.
Do you think that any of the Hong Kong protesters had that book on them?
I hope so. Dude, this... Like, unless there's, like, some sort of, like, major thing we've seriously missed here, Chuck Tingle seems like a great guy.
Yeah, and it's gonna be fucking awful if we do find something afterwards, like, that says otherwise, like, after this podcast goes up.
Let me read his Wikipedia page.
Yeah.
Wait, actually, there's a Chuck Tingle. He's got his own website.
He's got his own website. Well, if we were to find the controversies,
it'll be on Wikipedia.
It'll be there.
Huh? There's really not much on his Wikipedia page.
Mm-hmm.
And there's not like a section. There's like a section about his books.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing. There's nothing on him here about his books and him being Hugo nominated and being a finalist for Best Fan Writer.
That it brings me joy knowing that there are no like associated controversies with somebody that's putting out art like that.
Yeah.
It's a rare occurrence nowadays. We have found our Messiah in the Tingleverse. Is there Christianity in the Tingleverse?
I'm gonna assume there's a form of
monotheism.
I'm gonna assume it's some form of alternative religion.
Yeah, because it does fuck around with like universe stuff.
Like the Guide to Romance was a bit of a goof and a gaff, but I might seriously read the Guide to the Void.
I really want to hear like how the Guide to the Void goes.
I'm pretty intrigued.
The Guide to the Void. Fuck, dude. That sounds like a lot for what it is.
Well, dude, I'm gonna have the survival tactics from the Guide to the Void and all the spells from the Guide to Romance.
And the recipe for spaghetti and chocolate milk.
Should we try the spaghetti recipe?
Hey man, I'll try it.
What do you want to bet that it's just like a bog standard spaghetti recipe?
There's got to be something in there. There has to be something different there. It's like,
I don't know. I've just my hunch is telling me that it's probably just a regular ass spaghetti recipe.
It might, and I really don't want it to. Like, I want there to.
Now I'm curious about the chocolate milk recipe.
Yeah.
'Cause is it just gonna be put chocolate milk stuff in milk, or is he gonna have like some scientific ass chocolate milk recipe that we're gonna have to fucking try?
Like baked chocolate milk?
Like we're gonna have to grow our own cocoa beans.
Like we're gonna have to grow our own cow?
I can grow a cow. I've got farming in my blood.
Yeah. Fucking, I could totally grow a cow. Cows are cool. Cows are cool to fucking play music to. Have you ever seen videos of people just going up to farms and then just like sitting out with like a trombone or a violin, and then cows just kind of like hang out with them?
No, can't say I have.
It's cool. Like people will just like hop a fence, start like strumming a guitar, and then cows will just like walk over and they're like, oh, this is good tunes.
Dude, that's what we should do if you rent a place out here. We just like fence off the field and start our own farm.
Dude, Stardew Valley the shit out of this place. That would be sick. Yo.
Listen, I'm down to grow if you're down to grow.
We are going to start distributing cocaine through this business.
Yeah, I don't think we have the climate for that kind of grow.
I don't think so either. We've got some big time competitors around here. We would totally get snuffed out.
Yeah, also we'd have to like permanently have a fucking greenhouse going.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, the thing is like, even if I was like, I know I would never start one of those things anyway, but even if I did, I'd probably get so focused on the side hustle that I'd be like more about that than the drugs. Like, I'd be like, yo, are my tomatoes doing good? I want to make some like banger pasta sauce tonight. Or like, you know.
Also, like, so much goes into processing it from like the coca leaves into actual coke.
Then you gotta cut it,
It's
and
a lot of work.
I don't know if I think I'm too lazy to get into coke.
The hardest drug I'll grow is weed.
Although it probably wouldn't be all that difficult to get some good moonshine going.
Dude.
Some fucking like 80% shit knock you on your ass.
Doesn't have to be moonshine. We should at least once try our hand at making our own alcohol.
Yeah, like a craft beer thing.
Like a beer or something.
Don't they have those on Amazon? Where you could make a beer kit?
I don't know. I know it's pretty, like, especially for like, if we're gonna make like 6 beers, it's pretty easy to get the stuff to do it. It's just doing it and then letting it sit for a few weeks.
Ah, yeah.
The hardest part is time, because that's what we should do. Like I said, I still haven't tried mead yet. We should make our own mead.
We should try to make mead. Oh my god, that's a good idea.
Or just buy some mead. I really want to try mead.
Yeah, is there any place around here that sells mead?
I don't know.
I should try to look.
Yeah, we should figure that out. Some mead with the boys.
With the lads?
Some mead?
Maybe some, Nah, I don't think so. I was gonna say maybe some ladies, but we're sexist on this podcast.
I was gonna say we could go like full Ren Fair and just like wear leather armor, drink mead, and roast like giant skewers of meat over a fire.
Dude, we could go out and like buy a pig and just like cook a pig.
Fuck it. Dude, I was like, another thing recommended to me on Amazon the other day was just like, I mean, this one was like specifically for Ren Fairs, but it was just like a leather pouch that was like you attached to your belt, but this one was like stylized and like specifically for going to Ren Fairs.
Is it fucked up if I want to have sex at a Ren Fair?
No. I want to do all sorts of cool shit at a Ren Fair.
Yeah. What if you got syphilis and then like they didn't tell you because it was like, oh, you'll just be like the madman next year. Because like that's how syphilis works. Is that too fucked up? Like, is that too in character?
I don't think they go that far at Ren Fairs.
But is there a chance?
I mean, maybe if you meet somebody that's literally crazy from the syphilis.
Yeah. Like, you're just like, oh, damn, shawty, that's awesome. You want to fuck at the Ren Fair. And then, like, your next checkup is like, dude, you got, like, bad syphilis. You're going to go schizo. It's like, damn, that Ren Fair pussy got me acting strange. Oh.
She cast a spell on me.
Oh,
fuck. Can that be the title for this episode Ren Fair Pussy?
Fucking. Oh man.
That's my next few Amazon purchases are gonna be me equipping myself for a Ren Fair now, because like you gotta have the full attire. Like, I mean, you don't got to, but like you gotta. If we go to a Ren Fair, I'm showing up in like a full medieval attire.
Oh yeah, I feel like I'd look fucking good in that stuff. Although it would depend on what I went for too.
I was gonna say you could be like a rogue or like an archer or some shit, and I could be like a knight or a barbarian or something.
I bet Sean would look like really, really good in like a 1800s maid dress.
Fuck yeah.
Dude, he's got all those muscles and shit.
Yeah, with the one with all the frills, right?
All the frills.
Oh.
Frills, thrills, and butt fucking.
Yeah. I might, because, like, if I wanted to go all out, I would go, like, full night mode. But, like, also...
That'd be hot as fuck.
Also, like, if I wanted to, like, kind of lazy out of it a little bit, like, get, like, a barbarian with, like, the plaid, like, down for the pants, and then just, like, nothing but, like, a strap for the chest.
Yeah. I feel like I would want to do something... I don't know. It's conflicting for me, because I would want to be in something, like... Half of me wants to go, like, above and beyond and do, like, the full ironclad armor and shit like that, but then I also think of, like, logistically, if how long I'm gonna be there, I don't want to be sweating my ass off.
Yeah.
And, like, what balance of, like, the metal armor, leather, and cloth can I get to where I look cool, feel cool, and also am, like, temperature-wise cool?
Yeah, because then you can, like, get some, like... Cause then you wear, like a regular-ass, like, tunic.
Yeah.
With, like, kind of, like, the armor that's, like... Not, like, full armor, where it's kind of just, like, strapped, like, some plates to you. Like, the breastplate that, like, covers the heart. And, like... the shoulder pauldrons or whatever.
Gotta cover my massive breasts.
Yes.
Lord knows that those can't be hanging around. Unless, I mean, if we're going by, like, old country standards, maybe I could let my titties out.
As long as your titties are not female presenting, I think we'll be fine.
They should let titties be out at those.
I feel like, I don't know if this is an actual thing, I gotta imagine there's, like,
Kids.
some sort of, well, kids also, I gotta imagine there's some sort of, like, adults-only sexual Ren Fair thing that goes on.
Oh, yeah.
Either that or, like, after the Ren Fair is over, everyone gets together for, like, not everyone, but, like, people get together for a massive post-Ren Fair orgy.
What, do you think there are women that, like, I'm just to shorten it down and not go into a full elaborate thing.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think there's a, like, tavern in one of these places where you can get breast milk straight from the tap? Do you think that there are women that go that deep into it?
Probably not. And not like... Yeah, no. I don't think there will be barmaids that'll give you breast milk at Ren Fairs. I think you might be able to convince somebody at the fair into doing it.
Yeah.
But then there's the whole tricky scenario where they, like, had to have just been pregnant to be lactating.
Or you could do the thing with the crying baby noise. Have you ever seen that?
No.
So it's a genetic thing for, like, evolutionary wise, for, like, when kids just wouldn't make it, or, like, the mother wouldn't make it. So, like, other women and tribes and stuff, from hearing the crying baby, can start to lactate. At least I'm pretty sure that's how it works. So, like, if I brought a woman, I was like, listen, just, like, every day, you're gonna listen to this for a week, and then we're gonna go to a Ren Fair, and then I'm gonna have milk on tap all day.
Well, that's the thing. It's a different story if it's a woman that went with you. Then they would probably be willing to provide breast milk.
But if it's like a stranger,
And there's gonna be some convincing, and they also have to be very open-minded.
I feel like there's a chance.
There are some people that are like really weird about breast milk. I've asked, it's like, would you suck on some like milky titties if you got like your wife prego?
Yeah.
They'd be like, no, it's weird, and it's like, come on, you
gotta at least try it.
You don't want to try it.
You gotta try it. Like,
you gotta try some fresh titty milk at least once in your lifetime.
now, like, I feel like you gotta like try it, but there's, just from the nature of it, if it like the nature itself or just like how it actually tastes, because you're not, it's not made for an adult.
Yeah.
If it's gross to you after you've tried it, then it's like, okay, it was gross. I mean, I cannot invalidate or validate whether or not, it's something that I would like. I've never done it as an adult. So, I don't know. I feel like it's one of the things on the list where it's like, it's fucked up, kind of.
What if you
but
find
you
out
try.
though that you really like fresh titty?
That is probably the scary thing, is if you find out like, damn, I really, really like this. At that point, it comes down to your impulse control.
It's like the same thing when you just like if I lost my arm and we ate the arm burgers. What if you found out you really liked human?
I feel like I have enough self-control to not go like full-on American Psycho and just fucking like...
Then you can stop yourself from the titty milk too.
Oh yeah, I was saying like objectively for other people. Like if someone found out that they really liked it, it would be their personal
what if, like
dilemma.
that was the reason why some people were on 16 Kids and Counting? It's just they kept having babies so they could keep drinking titty milk.
Or they were like English teachers and they really just did not want to go back to school, so they kept getting pregnant. It always happens with like English teachers, I feel.
I was gonna say, was this a reference into a specific English teacher or something?
No.
Alright.
Just like other schools' experiences. I mean, there's a lot of teachers.
There was one English teacher that I remember being out for being pregnant.
There's also the other one that like that whole.
Yeah. That's probably not a topic we bring up.
No. Baja Punch. Is that any good? I've been staring at the can. I'm sorry to like totally sidetrack our titty conversation.
Good thing to sidetrack. It's good.
Because I know there's the Baja Blast. It's like kind of grown on me a little bit.
Yeah. It's like Baja Blast, but with some like. I want to say mango. It might not actually be mango.
What's the pineapple one? Is it Splash? Because there is the
pineapple.
Yeah,
one, the yellow looking.
Yeah.
My sister really likes that one.
I've only ever had the regular Baja Blast.
I would say this just says with an artificial tropical punch flavor. It's basically like Baja Blast, but with some like mango-y kind of.
It's kind of like is it kind of like a little bit of dew splashed in with high C or something like that? Or is it not as strong as the high C?
I would say not as strong as the high C, because I wouldn't say it's that strong.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just it's like Baja Blast with like some fruity flavors.
So fruit punch. Why is it called punch?
I'm not sure. Oh, dude. So I don't know if we said it on the podcast, but my mom is moving out this month. And she's like packing up the kitchen and like getting some things to take with her. And I was really pissing her off the other day because every time she put something in the box, I'd be like, she was like packing up the spices the other day. I was like, "You're taking my spices?" She was getting absolutely pissed off.
How are you gonna make cookies without mint extract?
She's like, "Don't worry, I'm only taking the duplicates." But then we've got this thing where it's like a cake platter, but if you flip it, it's also a punch bowl. And she was packing them. She's like, "You're taking my punch bowl?"
How are we gonna spike the fucking punch without a punch bowl?
And she was not happy with me. She's like, a lot of these things are mine. And she's also like, I'm only taking the duplicate spices. And she was just,
fuck.
she was not happy with me because I kept fucking pestering her.
Dude, fucking, for a while, the one spice that, like, I had ran out that I really needed but couldn't fucking find anywhere was garlic powder.
Really?
Yeah, like, for the longest time, I couldn't find garlic powder fucking anywhere, and I was so pissed off. Well, okay, let me rephrase that. I could find it, but I could only find it in the fucking jugs like that big of it. The fucking massive things of garlic powder. And I don't need a massive thing of garlic powder to last me for 7 years. I just want one of the small ones. I mean, I don't have the problem anymore, but it was literally like, for over a month or two, it was kind of pissing me off.
By the way, this is a little bit... I sent this to my sister
Yeah.
when my mom was packing up the kitchen.
Oh, fuck. Oh, that's good.
I was really proud of that.
That
one.
is good. That's a fucking good one.
For those of you at home, it's a picture of bay leaves, but I scribbled over the word bay and just typed out mom, so it says mom leaves, and I just captioned it when she starts packing up your spice rack.
I have already this episode had so many different things I've wanted to say, but I can't rephrase the jokes in such a way that makes sense for it to not give away our location. It's so aggravating because, like, there's I'm not gonna say it, but there is like a local joke because you know how in high school, small towns that have rivals and shit like that, they always have like at least one phrase to make fun of the other towns.
Yeah.
There's a big one for us that like I was able to use earlier today. I think I sent it to the group chat. I don't know if you saw it, but it was at the restaurant.
Oh, yeah,
yes.
yeah.
And I had a bunch of them today that were just like that, and it was fucking awesome. It's such a good feeling when you can make fun of the place that you live in.
Yeah. Also, speaking of spices, I've been watching lots of cooking videos recently.
Okay.
And I don't know, maybe next weekend I might try to make some black pepper buns. Or
Ooh.
black pepper pork buns.
Ooh.
Because I watched a video, they looked really good, and they didn't seem that hard to make.
I can get behind that.
Because it was just like, ground pork with like, he showed you, the guy in the video showed all the seasonings he used. Then he made the dough, and then he like put the ground pork in the buns, and then he cooked the buns, and it just looked really fucking good. And I wanted to try making them.
I'm trying to think of if there's anything else I really wanted to try to make sometime soon.
I also, because this is the guy I watch on YouTube who makes all the food from animes and stuff, and so I just a lot of his videos I wanted to try and make. He makes he makes the dough and makes the noodles for like the ramen dishes he makes and stuff, and I wanted to try that too.
We need to get a good wok.
Yeah, I wanted to get, like, my grandma has a KitchenAid mixer, and I wanted to get the noodle attachment for making noodles.
Noodles, like making some udon noodles or something, and then do a big old stir fry. Get your peppers, your onions, your green beans, some mini corns, all sorts of shit like that with the teriyaki. Get your rice, cut up some steak a little bit, maybe some chicken if you're feeling like you need more protein.
Mm-hmm.
Get a good old stir fry going. Set the house on fire.
Yes.
Nothing wrong with that.
Speaking of anime-related things, I was on Etsy the other day, and I found something that was pretty cool. And it was, like, Nike shirts, and the swooshes had like, the different style of breaths from Demon Slayer.
Oh, nice.
And, like, they had, like, the little character behind the swoosh, too, and I was like, Nike will definitely cease and desist this. But these are pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. It would also be kind of cool if they had one for, like, the ham-on breathing stuff.
I was pissed off the other day because I found out via Twitter that there's, like, a rather large group of people that think that part 1 of JoJo is like objectively the worst part.
Yeah, that is very infuriating to me because, like, it's there's this one meme that talks about, or like briefly mentions it, where it's like the pickaxes in fucking Minecraft, and it just goes in chronological order or whatever. And it has, obviously, as the first one, the wood one being part 1, but then it goes, it's like, it may look like this, and it's like, but you gotta remember that without the first one, there would not be any other ones. And then it was like, oh, that's kind of a cool thought, I guess, but that's not really how it is personally.
Yeah, I fucking love part 1.
I loved part 1. Honestly, my favorite parts were probably part 2 and part 4, but I also have not fully, I only started Stone Ocean, and I didn't get any farther than that.
Yeah.
But, like, I actually liked all the Hammond stuff.
Yeah, it was good.
It was, like, fucking, for a first season of something, like, it's a fucking banger. And you feel genuinely, like, upset when Joseph dies.
Yeah, it was...
Because it's like, oh, wow, he's not being back. And then fucking part 2 is just fucking hilarious. I love part 2 so much.
Yeah, the fucking next you're going to say.
Yeah, next you're gonna say. And then fucking like all the stuff with Caesar Zappelli and fucking when Jonathan is just like fucking crawling away to get to the minecart and shit. And it's like, you're a jackass, but we love you.
Also, Lisa is hot.
Lisa is hot. She's old, but she's hot as fuck.
Yeah.
And fucking, I don't know if you ever noticed it, but in the part where like by the end of the story where what's her fucking name? The fucking Joseph's wife.
Oh fuck. Wait a sec. Joseph's wife or Jonathan's wife?
Joseph's wife.
Joseph's wife.
Like Jonathan's grandma.
Alright. Fuck, I don't remember her name.
Anyway, when she's like in her deathbed at the end of it, and it's like everybody's around the bed and stuff like that. Or was it her deathbed, or was it Speedwagon's? I think it was hers, because Speedwagon dies after her. Anyway, they're around the thing. There's fucking a little baby Holly. I did not notice that until another watch through.
I probably didn't either.
Yeah, there's a little baby Holly.
Yeah.
Fucking...
I gotta watch more JoJo.
JoJo's so good, dude. I want to go through and watch JoJo again, and I know a lot of people that watch animes that really don't like that I like JoJo.
I also am waiting for all the episodes of Tokyo Revengers to come out, because I heard that one was really good.
I saw a fucking, like, one of those comparison pictures of, like, the anime and then the manga or whatever. There's a bunch of dudes around a fucking swastika.
Oh.
It was just a reverse swastika. There is no other better way to describe it. And it was on a flag, and I'm really fucking confused as to what that was.
So all I know is from the synopsis, what I've read, where, like, this guy, he's like, I don't know how far, he's like in his 20s or something, he's out of school, and like, he really fucking hates how his life turned out.
Yeah.
And then he, like, I don't know if he dies or if he just wakes up back when he was in school, and his whole thing is like, it's gonna be different now. But I was like, alright, and so I like put it on my list, and I was waiting for it all to come out so I could just binge it. And one of the guys I work with has watched like all 16 episodes that are out now, and he said it was really fucking good. So
welcome to Demon School, Iruma-kun.
I'm waiting for the second season to be fully out.
I know. I started watching an episode a day a little bit ago after I let a few weeks pass. And there's another big arc it's going through right now, and it's fucking looking cool.
I'm waiting for them to finish the massive arc in the manga for Black Clover, so I could read that, because I really want to see how that fucking ends, because there's been like a lot of training, and there was like some cool shit that like happened right before they put the anime on hiatus, where he's like, the whole thing was like, his power that's like anti-magic is like he comes from a devil, and like they just gave like the backstory of the devil, where like the devil like escaped hell and was like, the main character is an orphan, but like the devil was like raised by the main character's mom before she died, and like the whole thing is like he learned all this from the ritual, because it's like he was supposed to beat the shit out of the demon and have it make him submit, but at the end he did the thing where he's like, I'm not gonna make you submit, let's be homies, devil.
Yeah, man.
And like from becoming homies with the devil, he's about to get like a wicked fucking buff.
That's, man, I feel bad about like some of the, like, listening about some of this stuff from a bunch of people, because like I really do want to sit down and watch a bunch, but I also just kind of like, I get distracted so easily from shows, way too easily. I don't know, I end up being like, I want to sit down and watch a show while I eat food, and then I get distracted eating my food, and I'm like, well, I'm not paying attention, so I'll throw something else on that's bullshit. And I do that like fucking every time I try to do that.
I did not think I would like Black Clover as much as I did when I started watching it. It was just kind of one that I was like, oh yeah, I'll watch this eventually. And then I watched it during like peak lockdown time.
Yeah.
And I got like, there was like 100-something episodes out at that point, and I just got like sucked in and started watching them. I was like, holy shit, this was really fucking good.
Oh yeah, shit, what did I? It's taken me like far longer than it really should have to finish Naruto. If I had just sat down and like went all the way through, or even just had small breaks, like I would be well caught up to Boruto. But it's not that I dislike the point that it's at. It's just that like I sit down and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna sit down and watch 20 episodes in a row. I don't want to just like watch one episode, because then I don't get satisfied by just the one episode, and I'm like, I'm gonna watch something else real quick. Like fucking, that's how I got into Irumug, was I was like, this looks like it might be cool, and I got sucked into that. Or then I was also like, oh fuck, I haven't finished the first part of fucking Initial D, and then I got sucked into that and watched the first whole part, and a lot of other YouTube stuff too, like a bunch of YouTubers that I was watching. But now one of them's on hiatus, so maybe I'll finally actually have the time to sit down and just fucking cruise through some of that shit.
I do things a tad differently from you, where I am just one show at a time.
Yep.
And then I finish it.
I could not. I don't think I do. There are not very many things that I do that with. I mean, jobs, I do that like one job at a time, because I don't think I don't think I could fucking go on with multiple jobs from the way I am. I get stressed enough from my one job.
There's one I want to ask you about, because I would like genuinely respect you if you're able to do this. Can you do that with books as well?
Multiple books?
Yeah, like not like reading at the same time, of course, but like be in different places in multiple books at the same time.
I used to be able to.
I cannot do that, because like I just like I'll start reading one and then I'll like forget about the other one, and I'll just finish the one I started reading, and then I'll have to like go back to the other one and like probably start it from the beginning again.
I haven't read like an actual book in a while. That's my problem. The last book that I was reading was The Art of War, and that's not a good sit down and read through book. It's kind of like this is a really shitty but really accurate comparison. It's kind of like going through a Facebook mom's like wall and just reading all of the quotes, like all the fucking Minion memes
Sun
and
Tzu
everything. Flank 'em and spank 'em, Sun Tzu said. The foolish man asks the wise man if there is a spicy brown mustard, why is there no spicy brown ketchup? the wise man replies, "The condiment you search for is barbecue sauce."
That's pretty good.
It is pretty good. I feel like I could piss off a lot of people by just going like, "Yeah, could I get some chicken wings with spicy brown ketchup?"
They would. I'm gonna assume like over half of them would like auto-correct it in their heads to spicy brown mustard.
Mm-hmm. I'll say that we don't have spicy brown mustard. And I said, "Yeah, I know, fuckface. I didn't ask for that."
Ketchup.
I said spicy brown ketchup, and then I get kicked out. Dude, the coffee shop in town.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday, they had a line all the way out to the fucking bank.
Ooh.
And so since town was a little bit dead today when I went in, I was like, oh, I'm gonna go get a coffee. I haven't had this since like years ago when the place fucking opened up, and they're closed. That's why that's why I did a naughty and I got a Red Bull. I'm supposed to monitor my caffeine and not have energy drinks anymore, or not nearly as much.
By the way, what did you start work at like 2, right? Some days.
1:30.
1:30?
Yeah.
All right. I might have seen you driving to work the other day when we were out delivering those grills.
Nice. I was probably zoning.
Yeah, because that was when we were going out to Trooperman's place.
Trooperman. Oh, yeah, fuck. I was thinking about that when you said who the Trooperman was, because I was like, holy shit, that's a fucking way out from work.
Well, so that was the second grill we delivered. One was his place, and the other was all the way out towards
Rich people?
No,
Or...
the town we make fun of town.
Oh, okay. Huh.
Yeah.
Wow, that's...
So we went that way, and then came back to town, and then went out that way. And so we were delivering grills for like 2 hours, maybe a little more.
Jesus
and it was just
Christ.
2 grills.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, because that's a far fucking trip. Did you have to set up anything with the grills, or?
We just, basically, we take the grills, we put them in the back, and we just ratchet strap them so they don't move.
Ratchet strap. Nice.
Yep.
Oh shit.
And then, if they want us to, we can also take people's old grills.
Is there like a market for refurbishing those, or do you just kind of scrap them?
I have no idea. They've just been collecting on the side of the store. I don't know what my manager has plans for. He does have a plan, though. I just don't know what it is.
He just needs more money. Anybody else remember Red Dead 2? I remember it.
I never played Red Dead 2.
It was good.
Yeah, I should play it. I just haven't.
It's fun. There's a lot of stuff with the online that's fun too, but just like GTA, there's a lot of jackasses.
Yeah, no. It's also kind of annoying that, like, Rockstar still doesn't, like, have actual servers, even though they make so much fucking money from online.
Oh, yeah. And I really don't get it. I mean, I wonder, though, because I wonder if Rockstar is up to any shit that's, like, similar to Activision right now, where, like, they could be doing a lot better, but because they fuck around and they haven't been caught yet.
I don't know. Because the stuff they put out for online is still good. So I'm not... I mean, a majority of it's good. There's some stinkers. But,
Oh, yeah.
But, like... I just feel like... I feel like probably not. I feel like they're just focused on online.
Yeah, I don't know. It's... Because somebody was talking to me about Rockstar and their whole thing with the new GTA, and how, because I said something along the lines of it being like them having shitty timing for starting the development for the next GTA so late, and he said, well, it's not, because that's what everybody's saying, and it's just gonna get, like, after every update that they put out now, what's on everybody's mind is, when's the new game coming out? And by that, it's just going to build up hype, and everybody's going to wait for it, and then everybody's going to buy the new one. But I think that from this past year, or a year or two or whatever, there's been one big game that is like a huge outlier that makes me very hesitant for any company to try that anymore, and that would be Cyberpunk. Because I know a lot of people that are never going to give Cyberpunk another try.
Yeah, because, well, I mean, honestly, then they don't have to, because they got fucked over if they bought it when it first came out. And so they definitely reserve the right to be pissed off.
Oh, yeah, and especially for how long they had to wait for it.
And yeah, because it's the same with, was it fucking, what's the space game?
Fuck. Space.
The one that everyone was like, whoa!
Oh, No Man's Sky.
No Man, yeah. Same with that. Everyone was super hyped for it, and when it was released, it was kind of a stinker. After all the updates, it's pretty good now, but a lot of people still haven't gone back and tried it because they were pissed off by being burned on the original release.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's not like... I mean, I suppose it's better than nothing. But we also don't want to get used to the standard of having games come out shitty and then being fixed later.
Yeah, it's a bad thing to try to... It's a bad precedent to set because, like, we already have so much shit that we've got to fucking sift through with games as it is right now. I gotta stop dropping these coins. Fucking, like, the loot boxes and shit. The fucking... all the sports games that are literally just the same game year after year. Like, I would bet money that I could fucking go to a used game shop and pick up a copy of, like, NHL 07 and still have it be, apart from graphics and apart from the roster, just be the same fucking game as the one that came out for this year.
Yeah, but at least for those, like, you know what you're gonna get is what you're gonna get when you get it. Because if you're buying the sports game, you wanted the sports game.
Yeah.
With Cyberpunk, people wanted a good game, and they were just kind of fucked over.
That's true. Yeah, that's true as well. There was a lot more issues with that than just having, like, you know, like the expectations shitty and the expectations still met. Yeah. Versus, like, high expectations and then just not meeting, like, anywhere near the threshold.
Cause it was only, like, playable on, like, the most high-end PCs, and even then it still, like, wasn't the game that was promised.
Yeah, man, it was fucking... I didn't get through, like, tutorial stuff with it. Or not... Yeah.
I played, like, an hour.
I don't think I played an hour. I think I played a little bit, but I got, like... It was starting to hurt my eyes with how dark some of the shit was, and then there was a bunch of glitches, and it was kind of like... My PlayStation's the old model, so I understand that some games are just gonna make it like that, but it fucking sounded like a jet engine the whole fucking time, and then I couldn't enjoy any part of it because the parts I was trying to fuck around with were not working, and the only part that I had fun with was there was that speed glitch you could do where you were, like, on a slight elevation, like the one leg on, the one leg off, and then you would start fucking zooming. I did that on accident. I didn't realize that people did that before. But I started it, and then I looked it up, and I tried doing it more, and then I fucked around with that for, like, 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, I would say I didn't have, like, the original PlayStation for a while, but my sister did.
Yep.
And my brother was using my PlayStation for a while, and my sister didn't want hers anymore, so I played Control on my sister's PlayStation, which was the original. And that one, like, struggled a bit, because Control's pretty high-end, too.
Yep.
But it still managed to, like, have a playable game experience. There was, like, a couple stutters every once in a while. But other than that, like, it was... Even though it was a demanding game, I still managed to have a playable, fun game. I fucking loved Control.
Oh, yeah. I can still do, like, a fair amount of, like, pretty high up there games for the fucking console. It's just... That was...
Did not. And, like, now, the new updates for Cyberpunk, like, for PS4 and
Mm-hmm.
Xbox One.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, to make it playable, they just... Basically, it's like an empty... Like, Night City's like empty. There's like 2 NPCs and 2 cars.
and
that's how they made it playable.
I got into an area that was like that, where like it's big, it's open, it's kind of like when you're walking down one of the big streets, the tourist-friendly ones in New York City, except it's fucking empty and it feels very uncomfortable because you're kind of looking around and you're like, well, what now? And then while that's happening, there's also like cars spawning from under the fucking earth. And there was one side quest that I had started where I had to walk to a store for something. So I was going by, alright, the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. So I walked a straight line, and then I was walking through a little slum kind of merchant area.
Uh-huh.
And I walked through like an alley, and then I was like, oh shit, I must have missed it. And I turned around, and I had literally like clipped through buildings that hadn't spawned in. And I was like, where the fuck am I? And I looked at the map and shit, and I was like, dude, I literally just fucking walked through buildings. Like, I have no idea where the fuck I am and if I can get out of here.
You are God.
I am God. The game is so generous to idiots like me that it toggles God mode even when you don't need it.
Oh yeah, it was a stinker.
Yeah.
It was a fucking stinker.
Nah.
I don't know. I would have rather they just kept on delaying.
Yeah, because then it wouldn't be so infamous right now, and it wouldn't have the stigma that it does. They just would have fucking waited again, but I don't know. It gets shitty with that stuff because like once you make enough bad decisions in a development cycle,
Mm-hmm.
it's as the consumer, after you feel out the product and it's not good, you're like, they should have waited longer. But then also you can still understand that as the people funding that project, if you've seen,
results.
you just want the results at that point, and you're like, I don't care if this thing fucking flops, I just need something back after all this time we've put into it.
Yeah.
It sucks, but because it's like once you start getting into the whole like, all right, we fucked this up, we need more time. Okay, we fucked up again, we need more time. It gets to a point where it's like, all right, we're either this project is gonna be indefinitely postponed, or we're just gonna throw it out there unfinished.
And they're like, at least if we throw it out unfinished, we'll still make some money.
Mm-hmm. We'll get something back,
Kinda
hopefully.
Shitty, but they did it.
They did it anyway. Thank you, CD Projekt Red.
Which sucks, because they did so good with The Witcher.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, apparently the Witcher book series is kind of bunk.
Is it?
Yeah, it's not like, it's just kind of whack, and like, apparently the author doesn't make great decisions either.
Mm.
I don't know. It's one of those weird things where like, you either get like, really love it, so you kind of ignore all the faults.
Yep.
Or you just like read it while noticing all the faults.
Kind of like people that watch the It movies and they go, "Oh, I'm gonna read Stephen King's It," and then they just kind of like try to turn a blind eye to all the rapey stuff and like the really fucked up things that you don't really get to see.
That aren't in the movie. No child sex scene in the movie.
Damn, I don't get to see no Finn Wolfhard penis. Upsetting.
Only Finn Wolf soft penis.
Well, don't they? What's the big kid's name?
I don't know. I just remember comparing him to a female that went to our school and everybody laughing.
I remember that there's like a thing where they go into like, it goes into depth with like just talking about his dick, and it's like it's fucking uncomfortable. Like,
I also remember during It 2, I went near the end of the movie. I went to go to the bathroom, and I didn't want to like wrangle back into my seat. And the first like 4 rows were empty, so I just went up and sat in one of them. And like near the end, the big kid who is like now like a ripped dude was like hugging and like about to kiss the girl, and I was in like the front half of the theater. The front half was completely empty. Everybody was behind me. I just like they're like about to kiss, and I just everybody behind me in the theater.
Fuck, dude. I remember there's... Oh, man. That's a bad memory, but I went to a movie with a kid that I'm no longer friends with, and fucking... We were just being assholes in the movie theater.
Uh-huh.
And there was a character that looked like somebody that went to our school, and he shouts out, and he's like, looks like her! And fucking... She was in the movie theater, and we didn't fucking realize it until her dad turned around, and like... We looked at him and we were like, oh, fuck. She's, like, right down there. And we watched the rest of the movie, and then we were just like, all right, fuck, we gotta get out of here.
No, that's what, like, most of the people on, like... Because, like, is the 2 halves.
Yep.
Most of the people on the half behind me were people from our school. That's why I did it. I was like, they'll get a kick out of this.
They'll get a kick out of this one.
And I did, and was fucking after the movie... Captain Curvy. He came up to me. He was like, that was pretty good. I like that.
That was a good one. That was a good one. I like that. Fucking. I really want to go back to a movie theater, but I think that we're fortunate most of the time. Like, I'm at least fortunate most of the time when I go to a movie theater that I don't have to deal with shitheads. Because I can only imagine like how many people are feeding into the stuff now of like, I would rather pay $40 than have to ever deal with some jackass in a movie theater again. Because I have heard some horror stories about movie theaters. Although the one out in the big city, not the one in the mall, but the other one,
yeah,
that's a really fucking nice theater.
I always go to that one.
That's a really nice theater. And I want to see if there's like anything good playing anytime soon, because if we could get the lads together for a movie and then do a dinner night again, I'd be fucking hyped for that. Oh yeah.
Is anything good playing right now though?
The theater out there was actually playing like older movies for a long time.
I could get behind watching some older movies. I was just genuinely curious if there's anything like good currently in theaters.
You could watch, I don't know if it's still in theaters now, but Fast and Furious Goes to Space. They go to space.
I'm okay with some like brainless action movie.
Yeah,
Family, Tyler.
Family. That's why Vin Diesel like was an asshole to Dwayne Johnson, and Dwayne Johnson will never be back on those movies. Family. Gotta ostracize the man that the cook, cause fuck you. You know what? Fuck you, Penny. I have dropped every one of these 3 pennies in my hand at least once this podcast. I have been so disrespected by this fucking group of pennies. You're useless, copper. You're fucking useless. You're copper, you're zinc, you're magnesium. Do they put magnesium in coins?
Fuck if I know.
Copper.
Dude, the fucking sound wave on that laugh looks really good.
Yeah, dude. That's reminiscent of the fucking sound bit that girl got of Corpse Husband tattooed onto her. That looks pretty. I hope... No. I'm taking back that statement before I finish it. I do not hope I have any fans that are that dedicated to me that they would get a tattoo of, like, a sound wave of my voice. Because that would make me a little bit uncomfortable. Just a touch.
I'd be down.
Oh, shit.
Whoa. Stretching out in the chairs. Whoa.
I feel like that has been a good Good podcast.
Yeah, we did an hour and 20 minutes, homie.
It's been a little bit since we've done an hour 20.
Yeah.
We got some good discussions in.
Dude, we fucking entered the Tingleverse.
Yeah, dude, we got our Tingle on. We talked about some animes. We talked about some...
I feel like this was a pretty decent blend of nerd shit and also weird sexual stuff.
Yeah, it wasn't any, like, no part of it was too overbearing.
Yeah.
You got a little bit of stuff for everybody that wants to listen.
Yeah.
I feel like most of the time we either have it like it starts off like super raunchy and then it cools off towards the end, or it starts off calm and collected and then gets just fucking chaotic at the end.
Yeah, I mean, either way you're in for a good time.
Yeah, either way you're in for a fucking amazing time, especially with our voices, you know?
Yeah. Dude, I'm so fucking like stuffy right now. My nose, everyone can probably fucking hear. I probably sound like shit.
It's good though.
I'm out of Flonase. I need more.
I need more Flonase. I need to get me some mobs, some Flonase.
I need some Flonase. I need to take some fucking Dayquil.
I need a Sasquatch to come in my ass.
I won't be against that.
Do you think that the Sasquatch is like big dick slanging, or is he like?
I mean, I got to imagine he's got that primal cock.
Primal cock, bro. Like, I don't know though. I don't know if like something tells me that he's not like as big as you might expect. Like he's not like full on horse.
I don't know. Something tells me we should end it before we get
into the semantics of Sasquatch cock.
Remember, all right, Tyler.
You gotta rim the homies good night.